Alright, cool. Okay, so what we're doing here today is just showing a couple of tracks that I made in the editor mode. This isn't going to be a real stream, it's just going to be, maybe 5 or 10 minutes long. I just kind of want to show off the tracks that I built. Kind of a look what I can do stream, for lack of a better explanation. The first track that I built in the editor using the normal mode. There's 3 different modes when you go into the track builder. There's expert, normal, and beginner. Oh, well, there's another mode called automatic where you can just randomly generate tracks and the game will make tracks for you. I haven't tried that yet. I don't really care to. I don't know how that's going to work, but I experimented briefly with the beginner mode, and it just, it limited your options so much that it was just, I don't know, just you couldn't build what you really wanted to build. And it was kind of a confusing anyway. So then I messed around with the normal editor for hours and built a track. Kind of got it figured out, and then was like, well, I want my options to open up a little bit more. So then I went and learned the expert mode and built the second track. I haven't quite figured out all the ins and outs of it, but I think I've got a pretty decent grasp. At any rate, let's just kind of go through these. This is the one that's highlighted right now is the one that I built with normal mode, and then this one that's highlighted now is the one that I built with expert mode. So let's just go into this one here. And this is a long fucking track right here. This one, even if I get it, like the fastest I've ever done this track is 2 minutes and 12 seconds and change. So it's a fucking long ass track. Most of the tracks that you're going to play in TrackMania Turbo are around between 30 seconds and a minute, So I don't think long tracks are very popular, but whatever. I was just in the mood to try to learn the creator tools and wanted to just keep going. So fuck it, that's what I did. But with, you only get 5 minutes in the online mode to play other people's tracks. And with a map, a map that you can only, a track that you can only, it's difficult to beat in less than 2 minutes and 12 seconds. It's probably not going to gain a whole lot of popularity because not a lot of people are going to make it to the finish. But anyway, fuck this replay. Let's 2:12:48 is the best I've done. So let's go. Ooh, this will probably take me a few tries. I'm not warmed up. I just started this game cold. Shit. Nope. Better, but That little thing back there that cuts the engine off is kind of cool. Kind of, you sort of control people's speeds around the track. Then you don't get your engine cut back on until you cross a checkpoint. But you still can use a turbo, oddly enough. But that's pretty interesting. Nope. There we go. Staying pretty close to my times, except for that just slowed me the fuck down. I'm about 3 seconds behind him now. Fuck! Oh well. That's it. That's the track that I built. That was not a particularly good time. 2:23.7, whatever. But yeah, that's the one that I built in the normal editor. I wonder which one this will follow. This one, I guess the camera's on the personal record one. My 2:12 time or whatever. I wish there were more camera options available for the replay. Oh no, that's the record that I just set, because there I am hitting the wall. This is just a replay of what I just did. My best times are out in front of me. Oh well, whatever. Let's get the fuck out of here, and then let's I don't want to. That's what I want to do. I want to quit. Okay. Because winners never quit and quitters never win. All right, this next track is a little bit shorter. I think it's like around a minute and a half, minute 45 or whatever, if it's done decently. But this is one I built with the expert tools, and you've got much better control over what you can do. I definitely recommend, if you build these tracks, to maybe, maybe learn with the normal mode, but then at some point you should definitely graduate up to the expert tools, because you're really limited with what you can do with the normal tools, and you're so limited with the beginner shit that it's not even, I don't even think it's worth it. With the normal tools, you sort of build the track, and then at the end, it will sort of randomly generate all the, terrain, and signage and decorations and shit, where you put all of that down yourself in the expert mode. Alrighty. That one's not easy to do. Let's start over, fuck it. But yeah, basically, depending on how old you are, I guess, when you were a kid, if you were my age, like before video games were a thing, when we were kids, we played with like slot cars and like Hot Wheels and shit. We had these Hot Wheels tracks, and you'd set up a bunch of books and bullshit in your bedroom, and you'd run the Hot Wheels tracks all over it and try to make the Hot Wheels cars or the slot cars, if you're using like Scale Electric, like slot cars. You'd build tracks and race around them and shit. I suppose this is sort of the culmination of that kind of like childhood play for modern age and for modern kids, I guess. Because this is basically the equivalent of sitting in your bedroom and building Hot Wheels tracks, setting up your slot car track or whatever and racing around it. Only this is much, much better than that. Although those were some pretty good experiences as a kid, Fuck me. But yeah, so this is sort of the ultimate realization of that childhood playing with Hot Wheels cars, I mean, if you'd have taken this into a time machine and brought it back to my like 8-year-old self playing with fucking Hot Wheels cars, you definitely would have blown my mind. Whoosh. That's it. Like I say, that was not a good lap, but whatever. Having to restart at that checkpoint's what fucked me up. Fuck it, we'll give it one more try. See if I can't do it all in one run. But yeah, learning the track editor is kind of a pain in the ass. But once you learn the editor, it's pretty simple to build the tracks. But learning the editor is a bit of a bitch. Right now, these levels, take me a good long time to build. And that kind of makes it less fun. But once I get to the point where I can easily and quickly build a track in like a fucking half an hour, or an hour and have a completed track, I think it'll be a lot more fun. Because I'm just spending way too much time fighting with the tools, building these tracks right now. But playing the game is definitely fun. I mean, there's nothing that's a bummer about that. Unless you're getting online and you're playing somebody's track and the track is shitty. But, you know, short of that, this is still just a fantastic game. I mean, there's the only two things that are bad about it that I can say is from time to time when you're playing online, I guess the servers are really shitty or something, because you'll get into an online game and the frame rate will drop to like a slideshow and it would be terrible and unplayable. And it does that a lot. So their servers must be crap or something. I don't know. Excuse me. Okay, 140.8. Now that was not a terrible time. Obviously I could do better, but at any rate, like I say, sometimes you get into an online match and the servers will be so shitty it fucking destroys the game. And so that's terrible. But, that's one minor complaint. The other complaint really isn't the game's fault. It's the fact that, you know, it just not many people are playing it right now. At least not really on the Xbox. This has got a huge PC following, but on Xbox, not that many people play it. And anytime you got a game like this where the levels are crowdsourced, you know, the bigger the player base you've got, the more levels you're going to have access to. And I think right now, Xbox is probably the shittiest platform to own TrackMania on. You know, the best being PC because it's got the most user base and the most uploaded tracks. And then PS4 would probably be a better place to play it. Not because of the hardware, but just because twice as many people own PS4s as own Xbox Ones. So, you know, if the game has the same attach rate across both consoles, like let's say 5% of PS4 owners bought it and 5% of Xbox owners bought it, then that's still double the player base on the PS4 because twice as many people own the PS4. So you're going to have a lot more online track variety. The servers will probably be better to accommodate the higher number of players, where, you know, the Xbox, the poorest selling platform for the game, is not going to be supported as much. Also, some of the things could be explained better, the way the game works and the way you build stuff, but you could figure that out. But yeah, those are really the only two real kind of complaints that I've got about the game, but other than that, I really dig it. But anyway, those are the tracks that I built. Just wanted to show them off. I'm going to end the stream now, and I'll come back a little bit later and play something else. I've got a few other games in mind that I want to play. But thanks for tuning in. Catch you in the next one. And if you go online to play any tracks and you want to play through these tracks, my Xbox gamer tag is Godless Priest. You know, all one word, GODLESSPRIEST.